The Banquet in Sioux Falls offers meals to people in need, and there are many people who take them up on the offer.
5 months ago, the organization opened up a permanent location in West Sioux Falls, and the number of people receiving meals there has increased.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Dan Santella shows you the meaning behind the numbers.
On this day at the Banquet's location in West Sioux Falls, Robin Thrift and her son Brandon Geis are eating their meals in their car. They come to this Banquet location every weekday.
They're very caring here and very understanding of your needs. I think that they put a huge effort into helping people that are less fortunate, people that are struggling with addiction, people that can't find a way, people that have lost a job, people that have just come down on their luck and there's nowhere else for them to turn.
She would know. That's her life.
This is the situation I found myself in. I really enjoy coming here, not only for a meal, but for the fellowship and the love and the care that they put forth in helping other people.
The mother and son eat at the Banquet's downtown location on Saturday. Geis suffered a traumatic brain injury, and Thrift takes care of him. Without the Banquet locations, this mom doesn't know what she would do.
It would be a real tough time for us. We are low income, health issues, and if we didn't have people like this or places like this to go to, I think a lot of us would find ourselves even lower in life because there's not a whole lot that could help us if there wasn't places like this. I really appreciate it. I really respect them for what they do.
TAMERA JERKE-LIESINGER, the Banquet's executive director, says more people are receiving meals at the new facility.
We've seen a big uptick in our numbers here at the West Side location. When we first opened up, we knew we were going to be kind of new to the neighborhood, and so we figured it would take us a little bit to get some traction, but it took a little bit longer given the COVID situation. So now as people in the community, in the neighborhood, they're hearing about us, they're realizing the services we provide, our numbers are growing every week.
Recently, the number of nightly meals increased from around 180 to 250.
I think if you look back on our 5 months here in our new building, the first night that we served on March 9th, we served 141 meals. So when you look 5 months later and now we're 100 more meals a night, that is pretty significant growth. So what I think that's showing is that the neighborhood, there is a need in the neighborhood, there's a need in the community.
New faces are also appearing at each location.
We get phone calls pretty much every week from people saying, you know, I've been laid off now for 3 months. I've never needed to use the Banquet. What do I need to do to be able to come? And we just tell people everybody's welcome, so you don't have to prove anything to us.
Even if you're not facing tough times, Thrift suggests a visit.
See what it means to a lot of people that are less fortunate than some other ones. You know, people that have never experienced situations like we are in. To come and see what it is, come and see what we go through that for us that don't have what a lot of people have.
As for her, she's thankful.
I don't know what I'd do without some of the places like this.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Dan Santella.
The Banquet is in need of volunteers at both locations. Check out a link we're including in this report at KELOLAND.com to find out how you can help.